Welcome to part 6 of our GIGA Trip series. Just to recap, we've left St. Louis after touring St. Charles and are finally making our way to Cincinnati. We made a couple of quick stops before entering Indiana. Our first detour was to Evansville for a webcam and a haunted library. From there, we continued east to Lincoln City and visited the boyhood home of Abraham Lincoln and the gravesite of his mother, Nancy Hanks. There was an area where his cabin would have sat, a historical farm, and even a well that Lincoln would have drank from. Farm girl even made a friend there.
So I don't know if you can see behind me, but Alice, our farm girl, rather, she's there and she has a friend, bovine, but I think it's leaving her alone now. So we're at the childhood home of Abraham Lincoln, and it's kind of interesting. We just did a puzzle cache that involved the cemetery where his mother is buried, so that's kind of interesting. And we looked around at the farm and the Abraham Lincoln Spring. So overall, kind of a little interesting side trip. And then next up is Santa Claus, so we're gonna go there next, and then probably book it to Louisville after that.
We continued east to Santa Claus, Indiana, where we stopped for a quick photo op and a cache. After that, we continued east, making a final detour in Corydon to visit the Constitution Elm. We decided to stay in town and visit the first state capitol when...
Not sure what's happening. We have a lot of people standing around over here. I can hear fire sirens. I'm in Corydon, Indiana. I think it's like a team that won, I think. No idea what's happening.
It's either a graduation or like a team
That won.
that won.
It seems like it's like a all girls though, so I
Yeah.
think it was like a that won.
It's crazy.
Is that weird to be here for that?
His name is like an instant vote. The Cardinals won sectionals.
Oh, okay. Very cool.
Yeah.
So if you didn't catch that, the girls' softball team won their sectionals tournament and was being paraded around town. When we first got there, there was just the sirens and people running to the corner, so I kind of thought there was some sort of emergency going on. Thankfully, that wasn't the case, but it was still pretty interesting to have this happen while in Corydon for all of 10 minutes. After the excitement, we explored the town square, checking out the state capitol and the courthouse. There's a lot of history in this area, and it's definitely worth checking out. So after that, we went to Louisville for dinner, and then ran up to Owensville, Ohio for an event before staying the night in Florence, Kentucky. The next day, we met up with the other GeoBears and did a quick GeoER in Cincinnati. However, we had unfinished business in Louisville, so Farm Girl, Sharon 12, and I made the trip back down. Our first stop was Churchill Downs. The great thing about Churchill Downs is once you're in, you can sit right up beside the track.
Going for number 3.
Come on, number 3. Go number 3.
Winning on Momo, Trace made great again and maybe wicked.
Ellen.
They're in the gate.
Alright.
And they're off.
Come on.
Aquamarine is off here at the back of the pack. Trace is looking for the lead. St. Johnson is also there. Made great again is not far behind. It was a good start for Maybe Wicked from outside post. So up the back stretch they go. Made great again. Comes down through to take the lead.
Okay, second last now. Nope, second last.
Are outside. Racing in 8th. Bell is sitting inside 9th. Aquamarine at the back in 10th. Around the far turn. A great again shows the way the piece belongs to go. Maybe Wicked is poised on the outside. They're just leading the crowd down. There's the match right from outside the corner. They get something to be on racing to the off the turn. So now
Good try.
Oh, wow.
Let's go get some virtual caches. Generous arrows and a webcam.
In virtuals we did, visiting the giant bat at the Louisville Slugger Museum, the Dave Armstrong Bike Park, the Thomas Edison House, and the Zachary Taylor Cemetery. Farm Girl and Sharon 12 signed into the Tom Sawyer cache, the oldest cache in Kentucky. Our last stop was in Shelbyville to visit the Claudia Sanders Dinner House. To make a long story short, this is the only place that's allowed to sell Colonel Sanders fried chicken other than KFC.
Some actual Colonel Sanders fried chicken. How's your meal, Alice?
Delicious. Good.
All the sides I've tried so far are really good. I'm gonna try the beets next. Yeah, that's a tomato, like a baked tomato. Collard greens, beans, fried apple, cream corn, beets, spinach, and then mashed potatoes with light gravy, and original chicken. You can definitely taste the difference. Got some buns, salad before this. Really good stuff.
So if you're ever in the area, definitely check out this interesting piece of fast food history. Food was amazing. And the chicken, definitely, you could taste the difference. So thanks for watching this video. I'm looking forward to making the final one coming up. So check that out, coming soon.